Member attender meeting. We like to get together every once in a while, just kind of talk about where the experience is, what's going on, get some time to hang out together, that kind of stuff. April 25th at 6 p.m. All right, that's enough for announcements. Let's move on. Have you ever been misunderstood? No. Just really had like a communication error. I used to tour on the road, and we were getting ready to do this big event. It was a larger kind of convention, and we were doing some sound reinforcement for it as part of the youth ministry team that I was on, and we were getting some big speakers. Now, those speakers may look big to you. They're small. These were big speakers. It took 4 large men to carry these speakers around. They were very cool. I was a big fan. And we had to wire cabling. We didn't have cables that would work for these speakers. And they were powered, which at this point, a lot of you are starting to go brain dead, so I'm going to move the story on quickly. But that meant that you had to plug them into the wall. They need electricity because they have the amplifiers built in. Really big, really heavy. So I had to go drive and pick these things up with a truck and trailer, and I left a few people in charge of making the cables with the special connectors that we needed. And I said, all right, strip the cable back. How many of you played with electricity at all? Raise your hands. Okay, fun stuff, right? Strip the cable back, unscrew, show them this one goes with this one, tighten up, put the covering back on, you're good to go, right? Simple. How many made extension cable? Anybody made extension cable? That kind of, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So I go get the speakers, I come back. I show up back with the speakers, we take them up, and I go and I look at the crew, 2-3 people that are wiring the cable, that are going to pull about 20 amp of power to these speakers. And they have stripped the cable this far back. Now the connector inside the plug, you got to understand, is about this big. And so there's this much of bare copper cable. Now, if you played with electricity, what happens if you take copper cable, positive and negative, and just squeeze them together? Just let them make contact together. What happens? It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's one simple way to get fireworks, or at least a lot of things tripping everywhere. Fortunately, I caught it before we plugged these into these speakers that were not ours. Because there was one open, and I went, you trimmed those back that far? Well, yes, you said to strip them back and plug them in. They can't touch! Well, you never said that. All right, we don't want the cable to touch, so we had to redo all the cable right before the show, clip everything up, get them done. Have you ever been misunderstood, or perhaps someone assumed and you assumed something differently and you were totally on different pages? All right, turn around your table and tell the story, okay? Introduce yourself sometime when you've been completely misunderstood, or 2 people were like talking like this in your life. On your marks, get set, go.